Shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Hashem, Harakah Kodash Ma'amath. Double honors to the elders, apostles of GMS, and honors to the elder of the Lions Den Camp, Mahar One. And shalom to you, brothers and sisters, pushing the truth and sincerity in the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." So I brought this out because today is July 4th, what Esau coined as Independence Day. So I'm bringing this out because their independence is not the same as our independence. Our independence is us hearing the come out of her, my people. That's when we know we've been truly liberated. But it all starts with fleeing of the mind, because that's how the Lord set it up. He said, flee your mind out in the midst of Babylon. First, subscribe and seek ye the old paths. Return to your first love. Because he's going to put us into remembrance of the things that we former knew, that we once knew. And it says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins." So we're not going to partake of the judgment and the sin and the iniquity that the Lord have set for Babylon, because the Lord already have set in stone the judgment that he have put forth towards Babylon, and nothing can bring that back. But the Lord said, "What? Flee out." So we won't be partakers. He said, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities." God, because this place was built on lies, bloodshed, slavery, not gotten by moral means. And you know what the Lord said, man? They said, "Woe to that bloody city that established themselves off of blood, that is full of lies and robbery." So, from the moment that the moment they came over here from Europe, they were already damned, because they came with war in their hearts and prejudice and what's the word I'm looking for? Savagery. It says, "Reward her even as she has rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double." So everything that she has done, from the top to the bottom to the least, stop the recording, but from the top to the bottom to the least to the greatest, render unto her double. Because that's what Babylon did to our people, to the Native Americans, to the brothers in the Caribbeans, the northern and the southern kingdom. That's what they did. They took them. Most of them they conquered. They lied, stole, coined as their own, and put our people into harsh slavery. Harsh slavery. And they haven't did a righteous thing for it as well. It says, "How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. And that's what they say. And instead, they're rather sitting on their high horse, look at these other nations, all these third world countries and these other nations that's not as civilized or not as advanced as America or these big powerhouse countries, and they'll laugh at them. They'll laugh at them, and they'll laugh at our people too, because they know that we will never have the upper hand. It's impossible for us to. The Constitution wasn't made for our people. It was made for them, but they grafted us in and gave us privileges. And that's why you see things like 3/5 of a man. You see, that's where the whole cutoff with Jim Crow. It was a legal thing where a person could actually, they could choose whether or not to hire a man or a woman based off race. Back then. But guess what they did? They try to butter it up. They softened it up, and then over time, they gave our people more privileges. And that's one of the things that they do. They sit on that high horse and they say, "Look at this! I gave you all of this. I gave you access to work. I gave you more amenities. I made everything all inclusive for you all. What else do y'all want?" That's what they say. We abolished slavery. Yeah, but then as soon as you abolish slavery, you left with no education. All the corporate jobs that you guys had, we couldn't work it because we didn't have education. So what did that leave us? It was a whole influx of previous workers with no education. And guess what they said? Okay, since you are already skilled in doing this, we're going to call it sharecropping. It's not slavery, though. That's what they say. It's not slavery, though. You still got a quota. You still got to do this. It's just, instead of working for free, you work for, it's like stuff like that. And they get on that high horse, man, and they know they still have that history behind it. And a lot of Edomites, like true Edomites, they'll get on their high horse, they'll point the finger, laugh, scoff, name names just to try to provoke us. And that's what they do to these other nations too. War is always in this person's heart, in this nation's heart. And it says, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her." So with all this fireworks going on, with everything going on, all this celebration of the independence of America, all that, man, through all that, the Lord said He's gonna do this, man, in one day. Man, it took from the moment that they came over here from Europe, it took hundreds of years, like a series of years and wars and Western expansions and a Trail of Tears and Manifest Destiny and shit like that happened hundreds and hundreds of years ago, from the 13 colonies to boom, like on down. And the Lord said He's gonna wipe that shit out in one day. All because this place was made off of lies, deception, savagery, bruteness. So that's what the Lord said, man. He said He's gonna do this in one day. So what more be these people, man? What more be the top chief Edomites in the world? What more does that be? And we're seeing the start of, and I got to do another lesson too on that new law that just passed with the Genius Act. I believe that's what it's called. Just basically setting up stable coins to be used for an issuer and a user. So and all of this just the pride, man. It's all about pride. It's prideful. It's a prideful nation. They'll snuff up at the wind. And it says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Because they're not going to be able to do business with America anymore. All the biggest consumer nation on the planet, man, won't be able to. That's a good majority of people. I mean, shit, that's a good chunk of us out of a lot of nations' paycheck, you know, GDP. So all these nations that sup with them, did deals with them, did business. Once upon a time, man, these nations was happy. Yeah, these nations was happy, man, especially during slavery. I mean, shit. Free labor. What? I don't have to pay them back. What? Like, now that's what you call harsh slavery. They all got rich off of it. They got rich off of every single last person of our nation, man. They got rich off of us. And they still get rich off of us to this day. But instead, what they'll do, they'll lump in everybody now through sweat equity. There's just so much you can go on talking about America and how they snuff up at the wind and how prideful they can be, and how the Lord is gonna pull the rug from under their feet, and their skirt is gonna lift up to their face, and man, they're gonna be exposed for the devil, which they are. And everybody's rooting and hollering for this damn devil, not even knowing that it's a whole agenda set up against them. Everything's not red, white, and blue. This shit got scum on it, man. It's doo-doo colored, man. It's fucking red, black, dried up blood, man. It's everything, man. All that disgusting, just draw all that, man. And it says, standing afar off for the fury for torment, saying, alas, that great city Babylon, the mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So 1 hour. And in one day, hundreds of years of building, of sweat equity, of lies, of killing, of destroying, of treaties, of writing of constitutions, of writing of laws and statutes, all of it, from years of Jim Crow, all of that is gonna be stopped in one day and in 1 hour. Because this place is damn depressing. Like America's whole structure is fucking depressing. Like nobody should be living in no fucking, excuse my language, nobody should be living in something like this. This is straight up depressing, man. It's like a never-ending cycle. It's dead, like, that's why they call it the rat race. But here they go, they snuffing up the wind, prideful as ever. They tell you need to always put on a smile, because that's how it was set up in the beginning. You know, when they was working the factory, when they was working the corporate jobs and we were working the factory jobs, you always used to see them smiling and shit. You know, they keep that same pride till this day because they know, yeah, this nigga ain't gonna do S. Man, we're living in a society where our independence, the independence of Israel, can only happen by one divine intervention. And it's through Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And it all starts with the fleeing of the mind, man. Start with the fleeing of the mind, and then it turns physical. Let me get that one in Jeremiah. Mr. Babylon, here it is. Jeremiah 51:6. Flee out in the midst of Babylon, deliver every man his soul, be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. So we gotta flee ourselves mentally first. Because that recompense is surely coming. It's surely coming. Even though every day is a step getting closer to the returning of our Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And every single day we see the fall of this devil's kingdom. A kingdom where we never had independence from. Because they're saying their independence was still our slavery. We were still bound under this devil, not able to be set free. And then carrying on until today, man, they, instead of having the physical chains on, man, they have the chains on our people's minds. And it's fucking sad. It's terrible, man. Day about it. But I just wanted to grab that, man. This damn July 4th shit, man. That shit is vexing. All this America shit, man. Still having that prideful ass. Man, yeah, man. I hope there was edifying and shalom.